Hello guys, Shevify here. So today we're gonna go over using the Scons build tool. So to use the Scons build tool, you need to have a construct file in the same directory that you run Scons from. So let's create one really quick. Now within that construct file, we need to tell Scons that we want to build a program, and we're gonna use this hello world as a simple program, or hello program I mean. So the program, let's give it a name. Let's call it hello Scons. And then we pass in the main script, our main CPP file. So hello.cpp. Save that, and then we go down to the console or terminal and type build scons. And there you go, it builds the hello scons program. It's pretty simple, and then we could just check it out. So hello scons. There you go. Hello. If you're wondering what the consign dblite file is, it's actually a cache for Scons to remember what files has changed. So whenever you recompile again, it wouldn't compile a file that you haven't changed in a while. So keep that in mind. And it's on both sides because the include has a different construct file. Alright. We could also tell Scons to create a library, and here we need the static library. So here we have a separate construct file that's in this include directory. So I want to build a simple wrong math program. It's basically just adding two numbers together plus one. So, you know, wrong math. I just want it to be different, but you'd get it. And then we could, let's go to that path. So cd include, and we need to be in that path. And then we could call scons here again. And there you go. Now we have a wrong math static library. So lib wrong math, that's the library, and wrong math is the object file that it creates from the CPP file. So next we have something called environments. So say I wanted to use that library now. I have to, let's do this here. So we want to include, we're grabbing that CPP, that wrongmath.h file to use as a library. Remember, I'm gonna do a tutorial on C++ in general next, so I was gonna do it for this tutorial, but it's gonna be a bit too much or too long. So let's go wrongmath.h and let's save that, and then we could use it here. We could say just add or wrong add, I think I call it wrong add, and oops, let's say 20 and 30. And that should give us 51. So in our scon script here, we need to tell it to include that library. So the way we do that is we need to create an environment. You say env and use the function called environment. Let's delete those. And what we need to do is tell it that the library exists that we want to use. So you use something called a construction variable. There's quite a few here in the list. Put it on screen so you could see them. So we need to use the libs. Libs keyword. Then we could pass in the wrongmath library, and it's called lib wrongmath. So we could just type in lib wrongmath here. Next, we need to tell it where the library part is. So we need to use another construction variable. So lib path, and then set it to be wherever that one is. And the reason I'm doing it with the square brackets is because we could have multiple libraries that we want to include. I just did it that way. We could use just one string since it's just the one library, but we're not going to do that. So just so you to know that you could add more if you have another library. So the lib path is the include path. So we could say /include here, and that should be it. So current directory include. Next, we need to tell it we need to include this whole thing here. This h, we need this h wrongmath header file. So we have to actually give it another construction variable called cpp path, and then we could put that include here again. .include. So now when it compiles again, it know that we want to create a hello. Let's call this actually let's leave that. So we want to build that same thing, but now we need to use this environment variable that we created. So we have to just go to program here and type env Then we want to program with that environment variable. Let's save and we could run this, but let's go back to the root directory. So cd dash dash dot dot. Then we could call scons again. Let's actually, we want to actually get the value of here. So let's say int, forget about that. Let's call it ans. And then we could just print that out. So std cout dash dash ans. Then we could do another dash dash new line and close it up. Forget about that step. Now let's run this and bam. Now if we run that scons again, the program that we just built, there you go, 51. So that should be it. I wanted to make it simple. You have a large documentation you could check online for more like the construction variables. And one other thing I want to mention is we're creating a static library here. So this would only be useful if we're compiling one program, but in Godot for GDExtensions, we actually need to create a shared library. So to do that, you just need to change this to a shared library. There's more steps involved, but we'll get to that in a future tutorial. So a shared library, let's go to the location again, dot includes, or include, not dot include, include. Then if we build scons again, we create an SO file. On Windows, it will be a DLL here. Or for a static library, it would be a lib. So sorry I didn't mention that before. Keep in mind, you could also include multiple files in the construct, such as right here. When you're building a program, you could use square brackets. And here I have a goodbye CPP. If you didn't include it anywhere in your file here, it would be ignored by Scons. So if you want it to not be ignored, you could add it here. Dash and then type goodbye CPP, and then you build that, it would include it. Or you could use a function called glob, and this what this does is it grab every file that's in the directory that you passed to. So here I'll pass that slash CPP. So current directory, any file that ends with CPP in the end of it. So this collects everything and put it in a list. All right. So that should be it. On the next tutorial, I'm gonna just quickly go over C++. It's gonna be like a short video, just speed running through the basic programming language, you know, the basics of using it, like functions, classes, yada yada yada. But thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.